The last tool that we're going to be using is in 5.5b is the Loft Tool. And so we're going to be making this unique shape that has a different sketch on the front and on the back. And it just takes this block with these two sketches and we're able to cut it out. So we can see the part here giving us a 2.5 by 1.5 by 1.5. And so we'll get started by drawing that. And the Loft tool is able to make some really unique shapes. We start with two different sketches, and this is kind of like the sweep tool. The Loft tool is able to take two different things and kind of blend them together. So you're able to take actually like a circle and a square, and you could loft a circle into a square and do some really unique things with that. So the basic shape here, we will extrude it out 1.5, and then we're going to sketch on the front. And you'll notice these sketches have some yellow lines. And so as I start drawing my lines, I will hopefully get some yellow lines. That accidentally snapped to be perpendicular. I'm not sure if you noticed that, but if I press F8, you'll see this perpendicular constraint here. And I actually don't want that. That's going to cause me some problems, so I'm going to delete it. Otherwise, what I could have done is deleted one of the lines and just redrawn it in at a different angle. You don't have to use the undo button to undo everything. And then going from this point straight down. And the dimensions going from the left edge to the point is 0.25. And the same thing on the right edge to the right point is 0.25. And the height of this, get back in my dimensioning tool, is 0.25. Now you'll notice this line kind of came up off the bottom, so I can use my constraint because it appears, my coincident constraint, because it appears the bottom point is not on the line. Also, it appears it's not in the middle, and my lines are still green here because this is able to move left and right, and we don't want that. It'd make an interesting block, but we want this bottom point to be coincident with the midpoint. And when I do that, it snaps it into place. Now we're going to rotate around to the back side and put another sketch here. And you can see on the back side that we have 0.5, 0.5, and 0.75 for our dimensions. I'll try to exaggerate it. Right click, restart to keep going. And there we go. Let's get some dimensions in here. Point to the edge, 0.5. Oh, look at that. It didn't snap to the top. So let's use our coincident tool and click on that side just in case. And while I've got it open, I'll put that in the middle. D for dimension to switch back to my dimensioning tool. 0.5, there's my 0.5. And the length of this line is 0.75. Let's see what's going on here. That line is able to move. Very interesting. Again, come back to my coincident constraint, which takes a point and puts it wherever I want, which in this case is back on that point. So I've got two sketches, and this is what a lot of people do the first time. And they go to Loft, and they click on one sketch, and they rotate around, click to add, and they click on another sketch, and they notice the sketches keep disappearing, or they click on stuff and it's not really working. So it's not quite doing exactly what you need it to. And the problem is I don't have a blue line making a complete shape. This front sketch needs one more line across the top because the computer doesn't recognize the yellow lines. Those are kind of like construction lines. So again, right click, edit sketch in my browser window to go into sketch 3. And then I will finish off the line on the top here. And you'll notice when I go now into create my loft. And again, I can click on the sketches in my graphics window or in my browser. And when I click it in the browser, you see it lets me kind of choose now I want that center part and add the back sketch and do the same thing. And I don't want to join, I want to cut. And so make sure that we change that to a cut. And now we're able to have that cut out in that unique V shape. And you see it's a little bit taller in the back than it is in the front. And that is the Loft tool. We did a cut, right click edit feature. We did a cut here, but you can also do a join. So if I wanted to, do something crazy or use this to do something else, I could draw a circle here and finish my sketch. And then I'm just going to start a sketch, click and drag away, and then I'm going to draw a square a little bit kind of off to the side of the circle. And I'm going to use my Loft tool again just to show you what we can do. Click on the circle, click on the square, and you can see you're able to do some really unique things taking that circle and attaching it to the square. Kind of similar to the sweep, but you're able to make multiple sketches. So if I took this back a step and I made one more sketch, let's put it in the middle. And this one's going to be, I'll make it a tiny circle. And what's really important when you're doing the Loft tool with multiple sketches is that you click on them in the correct order. If I click on them like this, it actually worked, surprisingly. But I don't want them to go like that. I want them to go 4, 6, 5. And then you're able to make some very interesting and unique shapes. Now notice, because of the way this is going, that gets really flat. You can also do some more advanced things with the Loft tool. You can see we can add rails. Rails are like what we did in the sweep by creating a path that a part of it follows. So we can do that as well, and also kind of change the way that it connects and transitions. So some more advanced features that do some really cool things with the Loft tool. So there's a little bit extra for you. Hopefully you've already got it done and are enjoying the bonus Loft features that you could use in the next project that is coming up. Thanks for watching.